Hello, everyone. Welcome to the February 11th, 2024 Soul Circle session. And this is going to be a collective energy reading from the 11th to the 17th. So this covers through Valentine's Day. And also, I've been feeling some interesting vibes relating to that. So I might come on for some love readings at some point. I've had difficulty doing love readings just because I don't want people to interpret it in a way that, is not helpful to them. And so I did step off of doing love and romantic readings, but I'm feeling a lot of energy in the collective outside of this soul circle who might benefit from it. So I will put some readings out there this week. I also have a surprise coming for the Soul Circle folk that I gave you. It's not really a big surprise because I just told you the heads up as to what that is, but I will announce that to everyone else later this week as well. But they're recordings that really help you align with yourself and put yourself in a positive mindset, basically assuming that the good is happening. So I did want to share that's something I was working on this week. I was writing some goals down basically, but instead of writing goals typically as you would write things that you need to go do, I was writing them as if I was reflecting on my year, December 31st, 2024, and I was really feeling into, wow, I'm really proud of myself for how this year went, right? So I'm only in February, but I was looking ahead as if, things had already happened. So I wrote a couple things that have already happened this year that I'm proud of. And then I also just wrote things, you know, as if it's stuff that is going to happen in the future. And I was writing as if it's already happened. Right. And it was really fun. So if you are looking for a way to just, get pumped, psych yourself up, think positively about the future without feeling like the weight of tasks and the weight of pressure um, on yourself, I found that to be really beneficial. Fun way to spend time this week. I also had some really rich experiences in one-to-one sessions this week. And I've been loving doing the season of transformation packages. And so I just thought I'd share a little bit about what they're like or why I made them that way. So you may have noticed I've taken the one-off sessions off of my website completely, and that's really because I'm only doing a one-to-one, like one session here or there for someone where it's like a case by case circumstance, because ultimately, people choose to work with me because they're ready to move through something, to get through some kind of block, or they're looking to do some deeper healing. So it just seems silly for me to not offer like the real work. The real work to me is actually in this three-part series of sessions. So over the course of 3 months, we start with a oracle session that is a deep dive, and I talk about a whole bunch of different things. It's much more like the channeling that I do here because sometimes I'll use cards, but also I can just speak, 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 speak. My clients know, once I turn that part of my brain off or on, depending on how you see it, it's a lot more channeled wisdom, and we get through a bunch of different areas of your life that might be kind of holding you up. And then the next session that we do is a shamanic healing session. So it's similar but different. So I might use my drum or rattle. I might do some soul extraction work, soul retrieval, may bring you a power animal, might bring back inner child parts, might just go somewhere entirely different in the non-ordinary, talking to upper guides, or maybe a middle world journey, something pops up, and then we just go wherever that we're called to, and then you will end up integrating those teachings and those lessons over the next month. And then we do a hypnotherapy session. So all of it is about receiving, but in different ways, right? So when I do the shamanic healing work, I need to be receptive to what messages I'm getting and not judge them and simply bring them back. But you receiving also need to be receptive to the messages coming in, and say, okay, I'm going to figure this out. Or, wow, often it's like, wow, that really resonates with me. And shamanic healing is such a unique thing in that way. The oracle work is the same, right? I need to sort of turn off my thinking critical brain and just receive information. The same way you receiving need to be open to whatever it is that comes forth and check it in your own intuition. That's true receptivity, is actually filtering it through. Um, Oh, I see a comment here, and I also see feel free to share this on YouTube, meaning, okay, I'm allowed to talk about this. So thank you for that. One of the Soul Circle members has just said she loves it so much, this season of transformation process, and saw the results so much that now she's starting a round two. Such a valuable experience as I expand into my next level of success. And I'm really feeling that. That's the energy that I'm feeling this week is people really stepping up to their next level, but not taking all the burdens and the things with them, which is just so, I don't know, it's so enriching. I was saying also this week something that I think is really cool is helping everyone else get to, you know, their best self, because it's not about me, it's really about how we like support each other and how community works together. We are all raising each other up. I feel raised up anytime someone chooses to work with me. It's me stepping further into my purpose, but I get so much more out of watching other people step into theirs, because it feels, I don't know, it just feels like that thing, like it's like a ripple in a pond, and the effects of it become so much grander, so much larger. So let's tune into the energy of this week. If you would like to meet with me for a romance reading and you're interested in the season of transformation stuff, we could always do a love focus or relationship focus in any of those sessions. Sometimes I deal with relationship anxiety or challenges around intimacy with hypnotherapy, but sometimes I also go in to the shamanic realm and look for things that are related to a specific issue. Sometimes I just go in without any type of without any type of super clear intention, but we go just to receive any messages. And sometimes we do that in the deep dive, the oracle work. So that's a way to do things. I am going to come back and give some other different oracle readings specific to different people, so maybe one of those will resonate with you this week. And all in all, I mean, I know Valentine's Day is one of those like like sort of what do they call it, capitalist, it's more like a capitalist kind of creation, as far as how it's treated. And you know, people just use it as an excuse to buy chocolates, and some people feel pressure, some people hate the idea so much. I think it's a nice thing to celebrate love when you got it, and all of us have it in our hearts somewhere. So however it is you choose to connect with love, like I'll be doing my own self-love work this this year for Valentine's Day, because I think it's important. I think it's important that like when celebrations come up, we don't just say no to them, just because mm, we feel like against certain aspects of them. If there's a part of it that you like, then I say take it. But yeah, you're entitled to your opinion about that as well. But I'd love to know what you're doing for Valentine's Day. If anyone has any nice suggestions and things of maybe how to curate your own self love or romance, yeah, just you to you. And I'm excited actually this weekend I'm going to be leading a Thai massage couples connection workshop. So it'll be a little bit of meditation and yoga practices, but mostly Thai massage and some connection, some self or co-regulating techniques, and maybe some really being honest with each other. And I'm really excited for it. It's such a gentle, loving, and compassionate space to be able to teach people in. Where I live, I get to use this retreat center, this workshop space. And yeah, so if anyone's local, you know, to the Inverness area, then definitely reach out and I'll give you the information for that. But I know none of the Soul Circle folks, unfortunately, are right now. They're all North American. So, okay. This week we have Choosing Your Path, which says all is possible. So that tracks with okay, yeah, working on self-love, love that. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Might be a really good time. I'm really drawn to the fact that there are clouds here, and I've been thinking a lot about clouds today. I posted a story that said, an Instagram story that said what I was feeling, which is that whenever the fog comes into town, it feels like the skies are hugging me. Like it feels like they're actually like coming in and it's getting cozy. And I didn't realize that it was going to feel that way. Um, I thought that maybe like mist and fog would kind of annoy me over time. But here it's very mystical. I really enjoy it actually. which is drawing me to pull an earth magic card here. Definitely getting that there's going to be like reaching a new level of confidence this week, reaching a new level of like self awareness, self identity, self assuredness, confidence to say yes. I'm feeling it like literally just like directly in my gut, like someone's punching me. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to do this. Like, but it's like strengthening. I actually am seeing it's really weird, but I'm seeing Houdini. And Houdini, unfortunately, this is how he died. Was someone punched him on the street, and he had this trick. I don't know how the trick actually worked, but I guess the trick was something to do with he would get punched and it wouldn't affect him or wouldn't hurt him. But because he was unprepared, someone punched him, and I think it actually like caused organ damage or something like that. It ended up leading to his death. I'm pretty sure. Fact check me on that all you wish, because I'm not positive. But I kept seeing like someone just like walking up to someone and punching them, kind of like in the gut. So it may be that you feel kind of winded at some point this week. You might actually feel like your breath gets taken away. So that could be a positive thing, but it could also be a shocking thing. I do see kind of tower energy, but I also see that it could be like that punch that kind of leads you to gasp and take in more for yourself. So I don't know. It could be interpreted, because I feel like there's like two different categories as to how that's going to affect people. But I hope that if you have the experience where it feels like a tower moment, which in tarot would be like something big shifts, something sudden happens and it changes your outlook or your worldview, that you just do your best to actually like take care of yourself, that you do your best to soften into whatever that thing is. Life is going to keep lifing on, and we don't have actually as much control as we perceive, but we do have full control over how we react to things. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way, I know, because emotions kind of especially for sensitive people, which is the bulk of who follows these videos. Sensitive people can sometimes feel like emotions control them more than they control their emotions, but it's the reacting, it's the way we behave within that emotional spectrum that we do absolutely have choice over. Okay, earth magic. Oh, uh-oh. I say uh-oh, but it's really just for me. You all know, as part of the soul circle, this new moon promise card in the earth magic deck is like, it's one of like the two I would say indicate a love connection growing this week. So if you're already in a love connection, you may be deepening into that. And for those who are not, it feels like you may meet someone who really inspires that. Or they're also, I'm getting three different stories here, so I'm sorry, this doesn't feel very clear. But it will relate. You just take whatever resonates with you, right? That's how you take these readings, is you just take whatever pieces of it are landing with you as, hey, that's actually true for me. And this new moon promise, it feels like a new layer of commitment within, if you already have a connection. If you are single, it may be that you meet someone, and so it's just the idea that like someone excites you, and someone there's that new energy. And then there's also a category of people where I feel like exes returning, circling back into your life. And that feels like making promises, but I don't really know. I mean, I tend to be skeptical of these sorts of things, as maybe just a personal bias. That it's kind of like, if someone's already walked away from you, then likely their promise maybe is not as true. But again, we can always read into individual situations when we connect in Soul Circle, or if you want to book a one-to-one session with me. And again, I don't offer one-to-ones as just a one-off, but if that's what you need, come and talk to me. I can do it by a case by case. I'll just feel into it, whether that is beneficial to you or not. So yeah, new moon. I'm going to do one more of this earth magic deck. Oh gosh. New beginnings. Dawn. So new. That is the key. New and light, and definitely going towards light, towards lighter times. I saw someone post on Facebook asking why, it was just one of those like they were having a feeling and they posted it as a story, or as a status update, and they asked, why can't they find the light or love that resonates with their soul? I think it's a fair question. We probably ask that on our own sometimes, like, how come, like, I'm just not seeing and finding things in my physical world, in my reality, that really resonate with me, that really connect and make me feel connected to that light, that love that I know is possible. And instinctively, I just responded to it. I don't always I don't always respond to these kind of bids, especially for spiritual questions and things. Because often, they're actually just wanting to express themselves rather than actually wanting the answer. But I asked, are you looking for this light and love at a place that's outside of yourself rather than within? I'll see if they respond. Sure, I'm sure they won't, but it's an interesting question to ask yourself. If you're someone who is searching for either deeper love or love in general, are you still searching for that within yourself? I find the more that I connect to the loving energy that is my own, and that this light, that is, this little light of mine inside my heart, um, I find actually that I don't really have that seeking for it outside of myself. I welcome all opportunities for myself to feel like matched in love and light, and to resonate, with things in the physical realm is obviously really great. But I think it's so much easier when you're exuding that light and love, for yourself and for the world around you first. Um, I don't know. Maybe the order is not important, but I'm gonna do a Whispers of Love card, and then we'll get into our soul circle individual time. Okay. Okay. So I got this card last week, and I shared it with the whole soul circle. And it was like when I was pulling my cards, right? So if you remember, I'm curious if anyone would even remember this, because I don't always remember week to week, but I did remember this one. Consider your foundation, right? So are you opening your home, your heart? Your heart could be your home within, right? Are you opening yourself up to love, or is your door locked? Do you have barricades? Do you have a moat around it? And are there crocodiles in that moat? And do you have no drawbridge? And I went into castle rather than home there, but um, is your home in your heart open and receptive to love? It says, look at how committed you are to love. And I would say also look at that internally. How committed are you to loving yourself? What value or what importance does that have in your life? And if it has very low importance, I would seriously go and take a look at how come that isn't more important to you. You're here for one precious lifetime at a time that we know of, and to cut yourself off from love, which is something you are capable of generating within yourself, seems to be doing you and also those around you a disservice. So why isn't it more important, if you find that it's lower on your priorities, than you think it ought to be? Seeing a lot of owls lately in my mind, and so I'm definitely calling in owl energy for this week, which would be speaking to you know per- perhaps more alertness at night, more creative time at night, also teaching, being in a place of role modeling and holding wisdom. Also see, like the roundness of owls and the sweetness of them, and sort of they have sort of they have an interesting sound, right? And yeah, and it feels really about the people and about who you're connecting with. Whew, that's funny, about who you're connecting with. Not gonna go into like full owl sounds, but that really made me chuckle, because I said who, and then I had this like flicker of an owl in my mind. Okay, we also have take a chance on love. Thank you for laughing, Soul Circle. Take a chance on love. There may be a boat involved with some people's romantic story. Take that if it resonates. I feel that for at least 2 or 3 people, there's going to be a boat relating to. So maybe someone has to see you on a boat, or you have a memory of them on a boat, or there's an event on a boat. I had that vision last year that I was going to like go to an event on a boat or something, but there weren't really any in town. So I don't know what that was about. Maybe it's for this year. I have been finding that as well. Some things that I tuned into last year, I would hear a month and I thought it was that year, but then it's actually been this year. It's been really funny. So it says, when we love, our lives are changed forever. And so you can change your own life right now by generating that love within yourself. And if you're struggling with that, obviously, that's something that we can help with as well. Ah, okay. At least one person resonates with the love story in the boat. That's very, very cool. Um, cool, cool. So I'm gonna switch into our soul circle time now. I'm eager to answer any questions and tune into everything for you all. Stay tuned for the announcement of the confidence boosting recordings. I will share with you what those are as soon as they are up. And Empath Energetics Scholarship is live, so you can check out. There's a form, and then I'm also going to make sure the button is on the Empath Energetics page on my site, heartsfrontier.com. And just as a reminder, in case you're new, Empath Energetics is a 4-month program that is intuition development focus. It is for archetype self-healing. We do light and shadow work and legacy work, and we teach like energetic foundations, how energy works, more about the healing process. It's really involved, really intensive. All the folks who are in Soul Circle have done Empath Energetics, because Soul Circle before was actually just closed and it was only for Empath Energetics grads. So if you are interested in checking out what that might look like, feel free to book a free 15-minute with me and we can talk about whether it's right for you. It's not right for everyone. There have been times where I've had to say, actually, this doesn't seem like the best fit. And it's never been about price because I'm always able to figure out like a payment plan or something. It's usually that someone is at a different point in their journey and actually just not in the spot that's open or ready to receive this. But most of the time it is, if you feel the call, then it is absolutely right for you. Any of the times that actually it hasn't been right for someone, they've been not so sure that it's going to work for them. And so that they've booked a call with me and then we feel it out. We test it through intuition and then we have our answer. So it's and never a harsh feeling about it. So if you are kind of interested, you're thinking about it, you're not quite sure, or you want to ask me a few things about the program or how it might work best for you, let me know. You can book a free 15. And that scholarship is a full scholarship. So if price is the issue, definitely get in now, because at the end of February, I will be drawing the winner, the recipient of the scholarship. I'm very excited to be able to offer that. And okay, let's switch to Soul Circle. Goodbye, YouTube.